My first performance was at Leeds Stylus, and I was on the same lineup as Mist, Bonkers, Gecko was there, Big Tobs and Blitz. And at that time, I'd only been releasing freestyles on a channel called First Media TV, where at the time they were like the biggest YouTube channel for music in Leeds. I'm just doing freestyles and the crowd knows the lyrics word for word.
With the first gig, I think it was with my band. It was an African Caribbean Society gig at Hi-Fi, doing my original material. I've never felt a high like that before, ever.
Our first gig was at the Sofu gig, which big up Sofu, by the way, because they're probably my favourite group in Leeds. Yeah, most active. Every single member is extremely talented. Big up Sofu for giving us that shout.
Hi-Fi is good in terms of soul and R&B. I think Luby really helps people to get the gigs. Oporto is quite good, but it's more rocky, indie. It can be singer-songwriter.
Hyde Park Book Club, Belgrave. I've seen some good acts there, like Children of Zeus. They're like my favourite group.
Hedgerow, Belgrave, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're actually the best, but they're the ones that put on the most. Where's the venues that are like really pushing? Around 5 years ago, Wardrobe were putting on these mad events. I mean, like, shout out to Musicology as well, because some of the rappers from like that kind of scene have definitely like come through to Leeds because of them.
Wonderful event put on by Louis, Tone Central, and big up to Backroom as well. Thursday live lounge sessions, putting on some great events in the city recently. Really putting on for like the hip hop scene, man.
Pack Horse is dope. Man. We've got a really good relationship with them. The only thing with Pack Horse is it's so hot and sweaty up there, bro. They need to get some aircon, bro.
I think a lot of the promoters, they put on these events and get loads of great artists from outside of the city. There definitely needs to be more for the local talent. The system for music artists within Leeds is building, but there's still a lot of points where it's lacking. Shout out Whiskers every time, because he's doing a lot to like bring artists together, to support them, put them onto game and help them like progress. Music Leeds, Launchpad, shout them out like every time.
I've not had a bad experience with promoters, luckily. Sometimes people don't follow through. That can be annoying. But I personally, when somebody says something to me, I don't take it as a definite.
They were like heavy on the searching, like in his bags, pockets, everything. I'm like, what's this about? Word gets back to us that apparently we bring guns to shows. Yeah. I went back to Royal Park, not even playing a show. Everyone was let in, and then like, yo, search that guy. I thought I was being like racially discriminated, especially for the lyrics. I mean, the lyrics, like, if you get it, you get it.
Me and Victorine just sitting chatting about some money. Half the time it's just some laughs, but nothing about it funny. I mean, I've got some dreams to travel around the world. When I think about it, lad, I get this feeling in my tummy. The feeling of ambition, the brilliance of a vision. No one day I'll see it clear and all my fears will just go missing. Spitting in
the one thing that I'll just say, if you've got like a dream or like an ambition to do something, just don't stop, man. Like, you know, you're never gonna be the best straight away. So, but if you don't stop, if you keep learning, if you keep growing, like, be willing to learn, be willing to take risks.
I think what is beautiful about the Leeds scene is how culturally diverse it is. You have indie bands really doing their bit, you have hip hop artists doing their bit, you have tons of R&B singers.
One of the issues is how disconnected the different genres and the scenes are. Let's say the jazz scene in Leeds, they've got their own like venues, promoters, they got artists and bands that they know what's going on. So now that I'm going through a shift in my sound, for me to then know what's going on, I've had to like reach out to people, luckily, because I'm a great networker. But there's a lot of other artists that might not like networking and they don't know who to turn to tap into that. Even with the R&B scene, for instance, I don't even know if there's an R&B scene in Leeds, G. There's R&B artists, but I couldn't say there's a hub for them to go to. And I think that's a problem, because if there was more togetherness, I feel like the scene would move forward with more force as a collective.
People getting their flowers, man. People getting their credit where it's due. Dialect is one of the hardest rappers to come from Leeds, like in any format, whether that's battling or just writing a tune. Like, the guy can have context, punchlines, flows, and like look how long it took him to get his dues. Do we really like grab together as a music community on a whole and support each other? Do we really like push each other as artists as much as we should do? I feel like Manchester, for example, has probably got like a bit more of like a each one help one kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have as much exposure. I can't name you tons of places that puts on events just for R&B and hip hop. So maybe that's something that we could look into.
I think if people like sort of let go of their ego and enjoy what they're doing more,
Yeah.
they will get further, you know what I mean, and make more contacts. Because if the scene gets more exposure, everyone gets more exposure.
Set you free. All you do is hate the full night. Maybe we just need a time out to see if we were meant to be. Don't wanna lose you, 'cause I think about you and
Oh, tight. I love me some Duppy Share. If you don't know about Duppy Share, get to know.
Oh,
Stella
Artois,
Artois.
without a shadow of doubt. Whenever you're down and out, bro. I like Pink Gin as well. Pink Gin goes
Pink
hard.
Gin slaps.
But it's just too versatile. Like, Stella you can have with any meal. You can have it for breakfast.
It's a good question, you know, G, because I don't really drink too tough. Probably rum. I like rum. But at the same time, I'm not even gonna lie, I like red wine as well, you know.
Espresso martini. I am not a drinker, but that drink, boy, it's good.
Try Me by Bob Marley.
Yeah, African healing dance, literally. Crazy. That was what I was listening to on the way here.
I was listening to Paramore in it fun.
Ice Spices to go. Big up Ice Spices.
I feel like everyone's convincing me that I need to like it, so I'm forcing myself to do it.
I would say, like, I don't know, real life and vibes. Real life and vibes. It takes on many different forms, but yeah, Afro, rap, R&B, you know, just good vibes. That's why I would describe my music as, so yeah.
I describe my music as fun, vibey, and for the girl them.
Ray gonna begin us like this. I want 1 shot, 2 shots. Please don't give me too much.
I don't really eat takeaways, you know, but a gyros.
My favourite takeaway in Leeds used to be called Soulbox. Caribbean, Mediterranean, Indian, they did it all. So yeah, shout out Soulbox, I hope you come back. I love the food, I love you guys.
That place right across the corner. Chicken, lamb, halloumi, top quality shit.
Dixie chicken when I
Yeah,
lived,
man,
in, when I
Dixie
lived in
slaps.
Manchester, but I don't think the Leeds Dixie slaps the same.
We should probably shout out Leeds takeaway though. He loves Mr. T's.
Mr. T's.
Mr. T's.
He talks about
Yeah.
Mr. T's probably like at least once every 10 minutes.
Their mac and cheese bites, goated.
Lollipop Millie Small, Penny Reload by Eric Monty Morris, Phoenix City, Roland Alfonso, do the reggae, the Maytals, ba ba boom.
I don't know, man. I'd never give anyone advice to be like me because I ain't exactly perfect, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of advice for like artists, just find don't listen to too many people's opinions, you get me? Like, figure out what you like, make sure you know why you like it and why you think it's good, and just run with it, man. Don't worry about what too many people say. At the end of the day, like, you can't please everyone.
There's gonna be artists from this city that are global, and I'm excited for that because that's something we've not ever seen before from the rap scene especially.
Graph's up there, Dialect's doing his thing,
Yeah.
all this Sofu, Manchester, Leeds, Bradford, all this area.
Yeah,
Even
so
R&B,
many-
you got Maya Craig killing it.
Producers, I'd say C Sharp, Danny West. Artist-wise, D5, Cole LC, Thames.
It'll only take one artist from Leeds to blow. They'll open the door for a load more others. More time. Consistency is the key, so you gotta keep feeding the people something, you know, and just keep it going. That's the most important part.
I just hope and pray that everybody gets their success because they deserve it. I want to do well, to be able to bring people with me. Coming from a smaller city, it is hard. It's just due timing before something really pops for somebody.
If there's no one pushing it and if there's a lack of opportunities, right, you gotta go and do it yourself. And that might be scary, it might be difficult, but if you really want it, you really gotta go and do it. Because right now the infrastructure in Leeds, it's not built for us to work together. We have to make that.